The Setup League dialog is displayed as you are creating a league, or also when you invoke it from the Setup League menu. This is your area to enter information about the positions that your league uses, the size of the roster, the number of teams, etc. The league name, commissioner, and website are all pieces of information for you to remember. The website is used for live draft updates if you're using My Fantasy League. The player database and notes database show you which files are currently being used. You shouldn't have to change those. You can download updates to those files through the program later. Note that anything below this line that you change is going to reset your draft board, meaning that any draft picks you've made are going to be lost. So this is what you want to get done prior to your draft starting, and you don't want to change it. Number of teams, maximum roster size. If you're doing an auction draft, you can enter your salary cap and the minimum bid here, and Draft Predictor will keep track of how much money you have spent and how much your opponents have spent. You can set a pick time limit and seconds with a buzzer and a prompt to skip a pick. This is completely optional. That's handy for commissioners. Your draft sequence options are serpentine and sequential. Now, player positions is the most important piece of information on this screen. The typical fantasy league is a football with team defense. We have a few other options here where you can combine wide receivers and tight ends, and of course we support individual defensive players, or IDP. The key here is to enter the proper values for minimum and maximum. So for example here, I'm showing that I must have at least one quarterback on my roster because in fact I have to start one. I can have as many quarterbacks as I like. Keep in mind that the maximum roster size on this league is 20. And you also see the same settings here for running back, wide receiver, and tight end. Now you may be thinking, how do I configure flex players? Well, what Draft Predictor really needs to know is how many players should it be drafting at each position. You can give it a heads up on that if you say that the minimum number of wide receivers you need to have on your roster is 3, but you're going to be starting 4. Likewise, you must have 2 running backs, but you're going to be starting up to 3. And Draft Predictor will see that difference, and it will calibrate its predictions according to that, which we will talk about when we get to the team setup dialog.